This is my third vlog for English 153, and for this vlog, I'm going to be focusing on the book Conundrum by Jan Morris. So, the thing that I wanted to discuss in this vlog is the word conundrum. Um, Obviously, it's the title of the book, so when I first started reading it, I kind of wondered, what it was going to be about and how the title of the book is going to play into the story. And after finishing the whole book, um, I kind of have some theories and some thoughts about how this word ties in to the memoir. So, when I first started reading this book, I had to look up the definition of conundrum, and it is a confusing and difficult problem or question. So as I continued reading, I kind of kept that in the back of my head and paid attention to when the word came up or when the word like question or when Morris would question herself in any way. I kind of noted that. And so that's really kind of what I'm about to go into. So on page 3, the first page, right off the bat, the first sentence is I was 3 or perhaps 4 years old when I realized that I had been born into the wrong body and should really be a girl. So throughout this book, I kept thinking, um, what is Morris's conundrum? Or what is her question? And so this quote in particular made me think, well, if she knows she's a girl, like since she's been 3 years old, why is she posing this question? What is her conundrum if she knew that she was a girl this whole time? And so I started to ask myself, well, is it how she's going to turn into a girl, or is it the people around her, how they're going to react to her becoming a female? So this um, kind of made me start to think and wonder. So on page 9, there's a quote that goes, "In any case, I myself see the conundrum in another perspective, for I believe it to have some higher origin or meaning." So in this case, she uses the word the in front of conundrum, so it makes it seem more general rather than um, her saying my conundrum, which so I start to think it's more of a general question that's being posed to the readers and not her trying to have the readers guess what her personal conundrum is. I think that she's trying to get across that it's like a general issue, a general question that everybody should be asking, not about her personally. But kind of contradicting that quote from page 9, on page 144, there's a quote that goes, "But for a week or two anyway, we felt pure and true. And as we trailed each other down the passage for Fatima's impassive attentions, all our conundrums seemed unraveled." So in this case, the word R, O-U-R, is in front of conundrums, expressing that uh, her and all these other patients that just went through surgeries, it's their conundrums. They're like possessive. So I guess what I'm trying to get across is this term conundrum. I feel that when I initially started reading it, I thought like, oh, the question, the difficult problem that Morris is talking about is her transition from a male to a female. But after finishing the book, I no longer think that. I think that this conundrum that she speaks of is more of how society, um, their views about it more, like how she, because this book is very, as we talked about in class, it's more of informative. Like she's just not noting her observations rather than stating her opinions or trying to like shove opinions down your throat. I think it's her just kind of posing this question of like what are you going to do as a member in society to um, react to this new um, way of life, I guess, or transsexuals in general. Like how, because she's not saying that they're the conundrum. It's kind of the idea of how society is going to react towards these people is the conundrum.